Welcome to the script pitch. Today we're going to be taking a look at what a potential live action Nightwing movie could look like. I'm going to read the quick synopsis and then we've got some fantasy casting and then ultimately the director. So, reading the synopsis that ChatGPT has given me, before we do that, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. We are new here to YouTube. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and comment your thoughts down in the comment section. But if you aren't aware, Nightwing is Dick Grayson, formerly Robin, heads to Bludhaven, and then ultimately becomes Nightwing. So, what we're looking at today is a quick synopsis written by ChatGPT titled Nightwing Shadow of the Bat. So, years after stepping out of under Batman's shadow, Dick Grayson has found a new purpose as Nightwing, protector of Bludhaven, a city teetering on the edge of chaos. When a mysterious assassin known as Raptor begins targeting corrupt city officials and leaving behind clues tied to Dick's past with the Court of Owls, Nightwing is forced to confront a conspiracy that runs deeper than he ever imagined. As tensions rise and the line between justice and vengeance blurs, Dick must rely on old allies like Barbara Gordon, Oracle, and face off against new threats who challenge not just his physical limits, but his identity and legacy. With Bludhaven's future at stake and Gotham calling from the distance, Nightwing must decide, is he simply Batman's former sidekick or something more? A gritty character driven thriller, Nightwing Shadow of the Bat explores what it means to grow beyond a legend and become one yourself. All right, so that is the synopsis. Now we're going to look at some casting and director choices. First off, we've got director choices. I looked for kind of some lesser known directors, because it was giving me some that were pretty outrageous, probably not going to happen. So for the director, we ended up coming on Jeremy Saulnier. You may recognize him from directing Rebel Ridge, so he can definitely do the action aspects of this. And if he's doing action, Nightwing definitely gonna have some action in there. But he can do the action from Rebel Ridge, and then if you've seen Green Room, his other movie before this, he can definitely do a more bleak, gritty thriller type of movie. So think like kind of like the Batman is kind of the tone we're going for here. Kind of a 7-ish type of movie that is really crime ridden. It's dark. It's raining all the time in Bludhaven. That type of movie. And so I think with Green Room, he can give that bleak type of feel. And then with Rebel Ridge, he's shown he can do the action. So I actually really like this as a director choice, and I think he could do a good job. All right, let's move on to the actor for Dick Grayson or Nightwing. We've got Fionn Whitehead. You may recognize him from Dunkirk. And I haven't seen him in a lot of action movies, but he did do a good job in Dunkirk. So I would be for his casting. And then if you look at this next picture I'm going to show you, I mean, you can kind of see, I can see the vision here. Definitely looks like Nightwing. I think it might be a little on the smaller side, but that's okay. But definitely fits the Nightwing bill. I mean, you look at this right here, and this is Nightwing. You look at the hairdo, and obviously it's more than just the hair, but you look at that, and I think, you know what, that could be Nightwing. So I actually like the casting here. Then we've got Raptor, which is the villain that kind of is like a mentor type guy, but more of a bad mentor for Dick Grayson. And the casting we've got here is Jonny Lee Miller. You may recognize him. He's been in a lot of TV shows. The reason that I kind of came up with this casting that I thought appealed to it was Dexter. If you've ever seen him in Dexter, and really this guy kind of looks like Raptor. Looking at the picture here, I think he could fit the bill as being kind of a mentor, but also kind of a menacing. You can tell he's kind of got something to hide and he's a bad dude underneath. He could definitely give off that vibe. So I think this casting fits the bill perfectly here. And then for Batgirl, now depends on if you're going to go for Barbara Gordon or Oracle. In this script, it had it as Oracle, but I've got Kaitlyn Dever. You may recognize her from The Last of Us. And so if you need her to get action as far as Batgirl, she can do that. But if you want to go Oracle, she can also pull that off because she's a good actress. But that is kind of the casting and director that it came up with. Okay, so to recap, we've got director, we've got Jeremy Saulnier, who, like I said, has done Rebel Ridge, Green Room, Blue Rain, Dick Grayson / Nightwing. We got Fionn Whitehead, who you'll recognize from Dunkirk. Raptor, we've got Jonny Lee Miller, and then for Barbara Gordon, we've got Kaitlyn Dever. But what do you guys think? Would you watch this movie? What do you think of the directing choice? Who would you like to see direct it? What would you like to see a Nightwing movie about? Either way, I just hope a Nightwing movie eventually gets made. You know, not too long ago, there were some rumors that the Lego Batman, Lego guy, was it Chris McKay? Adam, is that his name? Chris McKay was rumored to kind of be in the process of directing a potential Nightwing movie. Nightwing's personally my favorite superhero, so I would be all for this. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It does help this channel. But till next time, I'll see y'all later.